Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Bench Burner Sports, Bench Burner MMA. This is the inaugural episode for Bench Burner Sports. This is the first one. This is the first interview um, under the new banner. I'm going to be running solo today. I'm going to be interviewing Reese Watkins, Reese Baby Goose Watkins. So I appreciate you guys coming in here, checking it out. This will be my first solo interview, so here goes nothing. But appreciate everybody tuning in as always. You guys can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and tell your friends about us. If you guys like us, tell your friends, tell your family, tell whoever you want. We appreciate it so much. Here shortly, I'm going to get Reese in here, and I'll do the introduction with him in here too as well, or I'll introduce him, and we'll get to it. So appreciate your patience, everybody. Thank you. All right, everybody. This is NFC Middleweight Champion Reese Baby Goose Watkins. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you. I don't think I'm actually the champion. I don't know, man. They just be giving out like gimmick belts, so I
Well,
don't whatever. I don't know.
I mean, well, you're the champion of the A. I was gonna say you had that A on the belt, bro. I mean, you're some sort of champion.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, it's got a nice ring to it, right? I mean, we're going to be hearing that one day anyway. Middleweight champion Reese Watkins. I think we all know that. Speaking of that performance, man. I mean, how did that feel? How did I mean? You waxed that dude's ass. How'd that feel, man?
I was a little disappointed with my performance. I feel like I was trying too hard to get the finish, and then once I realized like I wasn't really in danger at all, I started doing like stupid shit, So but if I had to give it like a scale out of 10, I'll give it like a 6, I guess. A
Right on.
6.
I mean, I remember that you said that you like that grappling stuff after. I mean, you were dominating him on the ground. So have you found a new appreciation for like that style of fighting?
Yeah, I have. Oh, yeah, I've been working my wrestling a lot, so
Right. That's right on, man. I was say, I mean, I know that you're obviously really good at striking and you're rounding your game out and everything else like that. And I know that you've trained with Coach Eric and everybody over there at Extreme Couture, and I mean that was founded upon wrestling. So did you do quite a bit of grappling over there when you were there?
Yeah, I did actually a ton of grappling, like so much grappling. So that training with them really helped my grappling and my grappling confidence.
Mm,
So they've been invaluable to my development as a
hell yeah,
fighter.
hell yeah. And so I know that you said that you were moving. Are you moving and going? Is that going to be your gym? Is that where you're going, or what's the
Yeah.
plan?
So I'll still come back to Atlanta to train, and I'll still have some coaches here that I work with. But yeah, I'm gonna be moving and training out of there next month, late next
Okay,
month.
awesome,
Mm.
awesome. I mean, and obviously, uh, Coach Eric, he's one of my favorite coaches in the game. I mean, would you say that he's probably one of the best coaches you've worked under? I mean,
Yeah, for sure. Just the way he breaks things down and sees the game and how he's able to he's a good leader, so he's definitely one of the best.
hell yeah. And I was gonna say I feel like working in that gym in the future, that'll open up bigger opportunities too. What do you have your sights set on, man?
Hopefully Fury FC in Texas. I would
Mm,
like to fight them in September or October. Or maybe go back to CFFC, or maybe I'll be in Vegas. Tough enough is there. So any of those three promotions, or LFA. So Tough Enough, Cage Fury, CFFC, or yeah, Fury FC, CFFC, LFA, Tough Enough. Any of those promotions are like my main goal right now.
right on, man. Well, hey, maybe if I'm trying to get in down there at Fury and cover a few cards, so maybe I'll see you down there. That'd be pretty cool. So the goal going forward, I know I think it was in the past you fought at 170, but your whole plan is 185 going forward, right? I think, right?
Yeah, I'm too big for 170. I don't think I can make one. I think I can make 170, but it comes down to like can versus should. So life would be so miserable, and it'd be my camps would be so focused on dropping weight as opposed to honing and developing my skills and make sure my skills are good. That I feel like it'll be pointing like almost diminishing returns. So I feel like my skills would be stagnant because I want to have time to really work on them or practice them because it'll be just mostly focused on getting that weight off and being so depleted from that. Um, and I think feel like I'm still growing. I hope I'm done growing, but still growing a little bit, I guess. So yeah, I don't think 170 is in the future anymore.
Right.
I
I
think
and I think that I think fighters, especially when they realize younger, obviously you're fairly young, 22. When they realize younger, I think that's really beneficial. I mean, if you look at Sean Strickland and Robert Whitaker and fighters like that, going from 170 to 185, and I've noticed it with you as well. Your game, I mean, from watching you in your past fights to now, I mean, you just look so much better. And do you feel? I mean, obviously you probably feel stronger at 185, and
yeah, I feel so much better. I feel so much more like developed. And I don't feel I feel my camps are so much better because I'm not so depleted all the time. So yeah, I think 185 is gonna be where I'm at
right.
permanent. Yeah.
Uh, I know you mentioned in the past when we talked on previous interview, you mentioned maybe doing a little Muay Thai, I think, on the side. Are you still aiming at that, or are you just going to go full MMA? What do you think?
I think I'm just gonna do full MMA, Yeah.
Right on.
Just I don't want my grappling skills to atrophy.
Mm,
I don't want my to atrophy, I
mm.
think is the word. So yeah, just MMA.
Right on, right on. So, I know that you talked when we talked last. You know, you were going to try to get some fights in and try to get on Dana White's Contender Series. Is that the goal for next year? Are you going to try to shoot for that? Or are you going to hone your skills for a while?
Yeah, next year for sure. I doubt it'll happen this year.
Mm,
I don't think all 10 weeks are booked out. But I know they're starting. I think they're the last time I checked, like or last time I saw, like last week. I think there were like 30 some slots left. So I doubt it'll happen. I'll make sure I'm in shape just in case on the off chance someone gets hurt or whatever, need a late replacement. But just on the off chance that happens. But but definitely for next year, want to build my record up. Hopefully get to like, maybe like 8-0, 9-0.
mhm.
Uh, yeah, have a good record that they can make it so they can't say
Right.
so they you know
Right, exactly, man. Speaking of, you said staying like on weight, staying healthy, and everything else like that. You mentioned us also last time about eating clean, eating healthy. Has that been difficult to maintain, or how's that going?
a little bit. I kind of wilded out for a couple weeks, but I'm back on it now. I
Mhm.
got an so I'm actually about to make some ice cream, some ice cream in later tonight. But nah, man. Just for a second it was kind of difficult, but yeah, I almost get like sick of eating bad. So
Right.
it's not the hardest thing.
Mm. Well, I mean, you gotta kind of do the Waffle House every once in a while, right, man? I mean,
A little bit, but I fun. So
right.
yeah.
Right on, man. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that that's a big part of your game. I mean, obviously, we see the Waffle House pictures and everything else like that, so that's awesome. But I mean, speaking of stuff like outside of the cage, how is the preparation for the move going next month? Are you
It's
nervous? Are you nervous? Are you
Yeah, it's a little nervous. It's good. I just got a temporary spot lined up. That I'm gonna be at for like a month and a half while I find like a permanent spot to see if someone at the gym needs like a looking for a roommate or something like that. But yeah, man, it's me and my sister are gonna drive. She's gonna help me move, so we're gonna drive across the country. We're gonna stop at like a bunch of national parks or something on the way.
oh yeah.
Um, she like planned the whole thing out. But yeah, I'm a little nervous. Moving. So I have like one friend that moved out there. The guys are extreme, but other than that, I don't really have any family out there. No friends except for Tyler and Heather. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm a little nervous. But I feel like being nervous is a sign that it's the right thing to do.
Right, I was gonna say, I think Goggins put it best. You don't want to get too comfortable. He lives in uncomfortability. I think that's something big. I feel like.
Yeah,
Do you go ahead?
I say there's no growth in a comfort zone and no comfort in a growth zone. So gotta go to a growth zone.
Right, and I was gonna say with I mean, with these, I think these big changes and stuff, I think that'll really do really good for your game, going forward. And again, going to such a good gym like Extreme Couture. I mean, I know I'm not trying to glaze the gym, but I mean, they're arguably the best gym in the game, I think. And super excited to see you there. Um, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So you said going forward, you're looking at other promotions like CFFC and everything else like that. Is there any other fighters at Extreme that train at those smaller gyms? I don't know how many fighters Extreme has. Do you have anybody?
They have a lot of middleweights. So their guys kind of fight all over. I know they have guys fight on Tough Enough a lot.
Mhm.
I'm sure they have some guys fighting Fury FC. And I know they have guys fighting LFA. So they got guys fighting all over. You know.
I was gonna say, I know that it's a bigger gym. I didn't know if it's easy to get lost in the shuffle at a bigger gym, or if they. I mean, I feel like that gym keeps everybody as a family. Is that kind of accurate? I feel like
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. It's everyone's even though it's a big gym, everyone I feel like everyone's real tight with each other. So
Uh,
it's because I feel like what helps it is it's split up. A lot of the trains are split by weight. So like 170 and up, and then 155 and down. So
nice.
helps it. And then the groups are like just especially like the bigger guy groups are just very feel like they're very tight knit, and that kind of shows up to help each other. So
Right, right. Speaking of the gym, how did it feel to be on UFC embedded? Like, be kind of. I know it was a passing moment, but I mean, that's got to feel pretty cool to be on something big like that.
yeah, it was pretty cool. I didn't even realize that was what that guy was. I thought he was just one of Sham's like film guys or whatever.
Mm.
And yeah, my friends text me. He's like, "Oh, yo, you're on embedded." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So I sent it to like my parents. All that they thought it was cool. So
Right, right on, man. I was gonna say it was super cool watching because I was watching. And I was like, I ain't no. I was like, there's no way, man. Hell yeah. Um, I was gonna ask you another thing about. Gosh dang it. Oh yeah. I was gonna ask you, what is your favorite performance so far in your career? That was something I had to ask you. I mean, you had some pretty killer performances.
um, probably my fight against Nick Navarro, where I got the elbow knockout,
Mhm.
or against Josh Mercado. Nick, just always wanted an elbow knockout, elbow finish. Been wanting that for years. So, got one. And then Josh, I felt like that was just the fight just went really, 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 really well. Um, but it's between Nick and Josh. I feel like with Nick, I'm kind of blinded because like fight week was so much fun. Because Atlantic City is like Atlantic City is so shitty, but it's so shitty that like it's fun. It's so bad. Um, and so just being in Atlantic City, fucking our hotel room was fucked up. Fucking so many crackheads. Atlantic City was so bad that it was like almost fun. But I always joke like you have to pay to go back to Atlantic City. So thankfully they did pay me to go. But yeah. But between I would say or Nick or Josh. Yeah, I feel like I'm blinded because Ring Combat, that was so much fun. That was probably the most fun I've had in my career. But yeah, uh, I'm like pure performance wise, it's got to be Josh.
Mhm.
But favorite, I think Nick. Yeah, my
That makes
for
that makes sense. I was gonna say that elbow knockout reminded me a lot of Lorenz Larkin, and he's one of my all-time favorite fighters. So like it was sick as hell to watch it. I mean, when you put through a clean elbow and knock it, dude, it's just
yeah, dude,
awesome.
like in the moment, I just knew because I remember him saying like "ooh" in the fight. I just I was having fun. I was like just do like two elbows. I like stepped in with the elbow, and then yeah, that fight was a lot of fun. That whole week was a lot of fun. So
Dude, it's awesome. I was gonna say the development of your game too. Watching like the every time I watch you fight, I see the Muay Thai. It's awesome. Like I mean, and even against Lewis, you threw that flying knee, and that's pretty. I mean, that was pretty impressive because that dude's pretty fucking tall. So I was like, you got up there. That was pretty impressive.
yeah,
But yeah, man, I was gonna say it's yeah, it's been super awesome kind of watching your development, watching where you're going. And I mean at 22 years old, 5-0, on an 8 fight win streak going back to your amateur career, it's awesome to see. So you know, I think you got a bright future ahead of you. You mentioned Atlantic City and it being such a bad place that it was almost good. What's a city, where's a place that you would like to fight one day? Like what city would you really like to fight in?
Um, Houston, for Fury FC, I always hear good things about Houston, and I'm sure food would be good. Houston, Vegas just seems like a fun place to fight. Um, New York, New York City. Although New York has, I know they go like crazy with medicals,
Mhm.
um, but definitely Houston, Vegas, and New York City, I would say are my top three. Um, and then like, oh no, I got like top place I always want to fight. London, or was it London with the O2? Because I
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah, I
like,
think so.
like the funnest place to fight, like this the environment and all that.
Mm.
But that's I would say London seems like a great place. Just because like the London sports or UK and European, especially UK sports culture is very, fans are very
Oh yeah.
fans are involved. So it seems like a great place, a great environment to fight. But in the States, I would say, yeah, Houston, Vegas, or New York City.
Right on. I was gonna say, I think those are all good places. I think that Houston, I think the Houston crowd always goes wild. And I mean, obviously New York's huge, but like you said, with the London crowd, yeah, those European fight or European fans, it doesn't matter if it's a British fighter, a Canadian fighter, and a Mexican fighter, an American fighter. If violence is happening, they go nuts. So it's pretty awesome. Um, but so you you laid out a game plan earlier this year, like you said, Dana White's Contender Series. When are you shooting for? Let's say trying to be ranked as a middleweight fighter in the world, like you know maybe through the UFC or through a major website.
Um, I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to rush anything. I'm
Right.
kind of trying to like appreciate the journey more. So if it happens, next couple years, that'd be cool. If it doesn't, so be it. But my main thing right now is I just want to make enough money, make a living fighting in a major promotion, and then what is meant for me is meant for me. So um yeah, I don't know. I really don't think about like timetables,
Mhm.
like table situations as much anymore because like so there's so much in MMA. Outside of the actual fight itself, there's so much. There's like you can't control anything in MMA outside of the actual, the 15 or the 25 minutes that you fight. Everything else is, it's like, oh, will your opponent pull out, injuries, do had the promotion fall apart, the fight fall apart, the
Mhm.
injuries pull out, so you know, it's really hard to put like a designated time on things. And the more I feel like the more I try to I try to think about it, and the more I try to emphasize, oh, I want to do so and so or such and such by whatever age, the more frustrated and the more bitter I'll become because like you just can't
Mhm.
control it today. So hopefully if it happens by like 25, cool. If not, so be it.
I like it, man. I think it's like a go with the flow type of thing. I always quote Bruce Lee, what you can either let it crash or let it flow. It's so yeah, I think that's basically all the questions I had about the professional side. You know, we're pretty more laid back. So like I was trying to think of professional questions to ask, but we kind of do a thing. What anime have you been watching lately? You been watching any anime or anything?
Dude, I kind of fell off, man. I going through like waves.
Hmm.
What's the last one I watched? Maybe hmm, I don't know. Was it Chainsaw Man? Oh no, fuck Jujutsu Kaisen, duh.
Oh yeah.
That's season's over now, but Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, I'd say. I watched Chainsaw Man. I binged all like the season in like a couple days, and then I read the first part of the manga because I couldn't wait because I'm impatient. And I've just been so like emotionally devastated since the ended. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but since
Right. Right.
the first part ends so it's so crazy, it's so sad. So I've just been so like, you know, I don't know why I do it to myself because I like depressing and like fucked up anime and
Mhm.
shit. But I watch it and I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So I kind of tap out. And then I'll go like on the spree and I'll binge a bunch of shit. Or I was watching was it Zombie 100,
Mhm.
100. That I watched a few episodes of that. So those are probably the last ones I watched.
Right on. I gotta watch the newest season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't caught up. I'm so far behind on like all anime, man.
Dude, that one you gotta watch.
All right.
You gotta.
I actually got Netflix pulled up after I get off this interview with you. I was gonna watch some TV. I got another interview later, but I was gonna watch some anime. I actually had Jujutsu Kaisen pulled up too, so hell, I might give it a shot. That's what's up. Do you play any video games?
Yeah, I was just playing X Defiant before I took this call. Yeah.
I
Um,
have not tried that one yet.
it's pretty good, man. It plays like Cold War kind of or like
Okay.
older. Um, so yeah, if you like Call of Duty, especially like older Call of Duties, like Black, it kind of almost plays like Black Ops 2. It plays like Black Ops 3 without the jetpacks. That's the
Okay.
best way to describe it. So if you like Black Ops 3, you'll probably like X Defiant. It's cool.
I was gonna say that one's free, right, on the store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
I
not
thought.
it's not either. So
Oh, I was gonna say that's the thing. Like, I love these free games, but again, a lot of the time, half of them it's like pay to play, like where you gotta like pay to win and shit like that. But
cosmetics, it's like a battle pass stuff. No, it's completely free.
oh hell yeah, okay. Well, I might actually after I get off this, I might download that. But yeah, I've been trying to get back into. I don't know if you ever played Helldivers. If you played that at all.
A PS5 too. Not too late, but I got a
Mm,
PS5 relatively recently, within like the last like and a half.
mm.
So I like the main wave.
Yes, yes. It died off. Like me and a bunch of dudes from MMA Twitter, we were playing and stuff, and I burnt myself out. I haven't even been playing video games. I'm honestly low key. I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 just to kind of
Oh,
relax.
I want to play Red Dead again, but I beat it and I was in the epilogue
Uh,
and Bounty Hunter just killed my horse
oh
and
shit.
I'm so upset that I haven't touched the game since. I was like, you know what? I'll just start a new playthrough because I had a really good horse. I had Goose Jr. and it was a Missouri Fox Trotter, and
Oh
she
nice.
and they fucking killed her. They lit her on fire and they fucking and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start a whole new playthrough. And I was like 30 minutes in, and I'm like, I can't go through this again. I'm like, I don't have the to go through this story again. Like this, I can't because it's just not that it's like soul
Mhm.
sucking. You get so invested.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, I can't do this right now, and I just haven't touched it
No,
since.
that's what, dude. It's such a long campaign too. I have this will be my sixth playthrough. That's how, yeah, I've got too much time on my hands, bro. Because it's like a 60-hour campaign, but I've been playing it since 2018. But yeah, no, I've gotten every ending that you can get so far, and this one's just me taking my time trying to like get everything and shit. I mean, the hunting's fun, I guess, but again, the fact that like at any point in time your fucking horse can die. I had a I had a one of those white Arabians, and
Oh,
I right before this was my second playthrough, and this was the one I was taking my time on, kind of doing everything, like enjoying the campaign. And my white Arabian got fucking shot and killed, and I didn't have a revive, and I'm just like, and it was right before the end too, and I'm like, what the fuck?
that's brutal.
Oh yeah, man. But anyway, man. Well, as I said, I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to let you get back to the games and stuff. And I just wanted to kind of give you a shout out. Appreciate you coming on, man. And like appreciate. Obviously, we watched you um beat that shit out of that last guy, and can't wait to see what you're doing in the future. And again, if you end up in Fury, man, you might see me down there because I'm trying to get down there to Texas. So, and we got you all the way, man. I mean, you're our first interview under our new banner too, Bench Burner Sports. So we appreciate that, man. So, but yeah, Reese, we'll catch you again. We'll get you on sometime when the guys are here. We flow a little bit better, and we'll joke around and have it cut up. So we'll definitely have to have you on again sometime, man.
Yeah, for sure. Just let me know.
All right, man. Appreciate it. See you later.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right, everybody. That was Reese Baby Goose Watkins. He is maybe not the NFC middleweight champion like I thought, but he is a champion of some sort. He got that A belt. We appreciate him coming on. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere you find your stuff. Max says it every time, man. Anywhere you want to find us, we're gonna be there. And hell, maybe we'll start uploading full episodes to Twitter. Who knows? You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. If you have Facebook, just look up Bench Burner Sports. You're bound to find us. Um, yeah, and just go to our main place that we do a lot of our content is on Twitter. So if you just find our Twitter, just look up Bench Burner Sports. You should be able to find us. I don't remember the handle exactly, but yeah, that was a quick episode with Reese Watkins, and we appreciate everybody coming on, checking it out. This is the first interview under the uh, Bench Burner banner. So we appreciate everybody coming on, and see you guys later.